All right. Check, check, mic check. How's everyone doing? Happy Monday, everyone. Let's get the party started. Turn the music up on my end a little bit. Guys, you gotta have to excuse me. I am still very stuffy for some reason. I caught a slight cold last weekend, and I'm good, but I'm just been congested. Yeah, see Vlad, yeah, you can tell. I've been blowing my nose constantly. Everything's just coming out, so I'm kind of in the final stages of coming over some sort of cold. So I'm doing good though. Just hope you guys can put up with me sounding a little bit nasally. But yeah, I am pretty stuffy, to be honest. It's getting a bit annoying, but I'm doing good. Let's see, Conrad, front row seats, woot. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your first name, so I hope Conrad's okay. Vlad, you're never late to the party, Vlad. Yes, but I am stuffy, but sound like a pony sports car. I definitely don't feel like one, so at least that's something. But let's go on here. So I know you guys probably saw the title. Unfortunately, I am going to mislead you a little bit. Monk. Johnny, please, I'm a married man. You can't keep sending me those pictures of just DMs. Monk, you know you always at you. I just gotta keep you on your toes, man. You know what they say, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. All right? I gotta keep you on edge a little bit. Just when you least expect it. Boom. Sliding right in. Anyway. Scopes, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes. Actually, yes. Thank you for pointing that out. I completely forgot. Let's go over to... Guys, you're officially at 300 subs. Thank you guys so much. This is a very, very incredible point to get to. I am beyond shocked. Thank you guys so much for getting me to this number. It really does mean the world to me. Even though it might not seem like I'm excited, this is as excited as I can get right now without hacking up a lung or without sneezing or having a sneezing fit. So I'm going to do my best to not do that. But thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely incredible. I thank you guys again. I hope you guys enjoy the content. I hope you guys are learning something. I hope you guys, most importantly, are navigating the markets better. I hope you guys are doing well. And hopefully the content here helps you guys navigate things a little bit better, or at least gets you on the right track. So that's my goal here. That's always been my goal. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are killing it, or at least on the way to killing it. That's my job, and I feel like I'm definitely going to do my best to carry as many of you guys as I can down this path. So sneeze freely. Let's hear the 2.3 Caboose cold start. No, I've done enough today. You know what they say, every time you sneeze, your heart stops for a couple seconds. Like, I'm definitely on my way out, if that's the case. I've been sneezing so much over the past few weeks, or last week or so, or at least especially the last couple of days. But I'm sorry, guys. I had to just get that out of the way. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in and also subscribing. It really does. It's absolutely freaking incredible. I'm gonna sit here and say this all day, so I'm gonna move on. The first thing we gotta go over is, I know what you guys see. It's not an ABC, all right? I know it's not an ABC, but I got to thinking over the last couple days / week, and the more I see this, until this is broken, I cannot ignore / deny this. If this isn't the mother of all Adam and Eves, I don't know what is. All right, you have basically the sharp decline, sort of a more aggressive retest, and then a rounded bottom. The more price takes its sweet time making up its mind, the more I'm going to lean on at least this part of the Adam and Eve holding some sort of validity. Doesn't mean that this is going to be the actual support of the entire trend up. I just think that this is a great ballpark and this is a great area to definitely hold. And until that is broken, to me, I'm going to remain bullish. If this is the case, now this is as best as I can get it. Between all the curves, or between connecting the two curves, because trying to do this in one shot is a pain in the butt. I would say if we just keep going sideways without any serious moves, I'm gonna say around like the first week of November. Yeah, probably either the end of the first week or the middle to beginning of the second week of November. Maybe around my birthday, who knows? That'd be kind of cool. Some sort of price action on my birthday. That's going to be the 11th. So mark your calendars, folks. Maybe I'll hop on here for a little bit on stream and celebrate with you guys, but we'll see. That's coming up here shortly. Wow, well done. Thank you, Alan. I really do appreciate it. It's been a long road. Hopefully this is just the beginning. I can't wait to grow with you guys and hopefully help you guys out along the way. But thank you, guys. Thank you. I wish I knew who every single one of you were, so I can thank each person individually. Every person who I've known who subscribed to me, I have thanked. Maybe one day I'll definitely be able to thank every single one of you. But as of right now, things are not looking that exciting, unfortunately. But this kind of backs up the idea that this is possibly going to hold, and this Adam and Eve is looking good. And I have to kind of hold that stance until that's broken. So let's go over the ABC perspective of, what I see here. I know this is what you guys are here for. I'm just gonna clear this out. So going back to what I've said, I've said this on multiple streams. I've definitely have talked about this a good amount, but in case you guys haven't heard this, I'll go ahead and definitely repeat what I've said in the past. So I'm sorry, I cannot speak right now. I want to sneeze, but it's holding me. Hold on, I gotta switch screens here for a second, see if I can get this out. Hold on, I'm gonna beat the bike. Okay, that was a small one. Ugh. All right, I gotta switch back. Okay, so anyway, I try to identify ABCs within larger trends, and from there we can kind of go down and break down kind of the smaller structures and see where can price go from there. And if we view this, we focus on this area, price action, kind of, I guess, the bear market, what's been going on. I think we're almost at a year, folks. November 9th is going to mark a 1 year since we've been in a bear market. So let's see what happens. Obviously, if these bull markets can last, sorry, I keep saying bull. These bear markets can last a lot longer. But just something to keep in mind. We're almost coming up with a 1 year anniversary. But anyway, I like to identify a set of ABCs within every trend, every bull and bear trend. And from there, that kind of helps me navigate the market a little bit better. If we focus on this area of price action, I do see a to a B to a C. All right. Now, within every single one of these ABCs, I can go ahead and identify its own A to a B to a C, A to a B to a C. And then now this is the question at hand. Is this AB to a C the bottom, or is this an AB to a C here? And are we going to get one more leg down? Come on. There we go. We're going to get one more leg down to put in that lower low. And it's just going to complete a much larger structure. Or this can, another scenario that I've been thinking about recently is that maybe this ABC that I mentioned in the beginning, the first option, maybe what if this is just an A to a B to a C, and then we're going to come down a little bit more. That's also very in the cards. Something I haven't thought about that much in the past, but as this is kind of developing, I'm kind of weighing my options here. And to me personally, this is a very solid opportunity. Can it get to, we're getting to the territory of this being a little bit too large, but I can absolutely see this being a thing. So we'll have to see what happens. And if that is the case, you know, I do want to see price pump from here. That ABC is going to set up the much larger A to a B to a C. And that may conclude the actual bear market if that's the case. Until we break that low, I'm going to have to stick to my guns and say that this is going to be the bottom. But that can easily change as soon as that level is broken. So let's go down to a smaller time frame. So if we go down to that smaller time frame, you know, quote unquote smaller time frame, this is the bottom of the C that we talked about. If that's the case, from there I can go ahead and go to an hourly, maybe like a 90-minute. I want to be able to fit all this. Yeah, this looks good. To me, this is a to a B to a C for an A. Fortunately, we just have a straight shot down to a B, and then this is going to be an A to a B to an A, B, C, C. And from there, I can, you know, draw an A to a B to a C. Let's see. Oh, geez. Vroom. I'll take some wages if you're offering. Unfortunately, Scopes, maybe once I'm better, when I'm in a better mood, when I'm not absolutely dying, I'll consider it. Blue is Mike, the other end of the room. It's not on the screen. Yeah, you guys don't want to see what's on the other end of this, unfortunately. Revved up to the high fives. Lomax G, is your ABC strategy like Elliott Wave thing? It is very similar, but it's not. It's a variation of Elliott Wave theory. I'll definitely go ahead and go over that and kind of explain the differences here. I just want to get this quick idea out, and then we'll go definitely touch on that. So, if this is an A to a B to a C, this is a completed wave. We have this ABC. All right, and that's going, actually, no, forgive me, I always mess this up. That's the C. And this is going to be a completed B. And now we're just waiting for price action to see, you know, if it wants to continue retesting the upside. If that is the case, I'm looking for that higher high at 25,258 to be broken. And from there, we can kind of see where price wants to go. If it shows strength and we can continue to push through, fantastic. If not, if it's showing signs of weakness and we bring back below down below this line, I'm gonna have to take a short just in case. That's just me personally. But yes, Lomax, you know, that's a great idea for a little conversation here. So the ABC strategy is very similar from Elliott Wave. The ABC strategy is a variation, you know, just like there's other variations to indicators and all that stuff, different methods out there. People like to put their own twist on it. And ABCs and Elliott Wave are similar in some ways, but mostly different in others. The premise of identifying price structure is the same, but how we go about it is different, as it basically as the core values between the two are a little bit different. The best way to explain it without getting too technical, because there's a lot of things when it comes to Elliott Wave theory that, you know, you can definitely get technical with. I'm just going to go ahead and illustrate it for you here. With Elliott Wave theory, there's primarily some sort of impulse wave, which is basically an aggressive trend to the upside or downside, depending on which direction you're looking at. And usually Elliott Wave likes to count these in waves of 5. All right. And then the pullback waves are, you know, ABCs, something you all, you know, I'm sure you've heard me say it 100 times already. And then from there, that's going to be more of like a connection or a connector to form a much larger setup on larger time frames, something like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and that's from there. That's ideally what Elliott Wave theory is. You know, you're looking at basically there's certain rules, like obviously the third wave has to be the biggest, fourth can't retrace past the 1. I'm not too familiar with all the exact rules of Elliott Wave, but I know a good amount of them. You know, and there's also the addition to fib retracements for certain fib levels. Like, you know, you're looking for certain fib targets to come down and retrace to. I could sit here and talk about this all day. The thing with Elliott Wave theory is a very common issue. What I find with a lot of trading in general and how trading is approached is, hold on, let me finish, is that it seems like the goal of Elliott wave theory is to try to pinpoint exactly what price is going to do. And the issue and basically the argument for the ABC method against Elliott wave theory is that the 5-wave impulses can actually be categorized in waves of 3s. And from there, if you take the impulse waves out and replace it with ABCs, Ian Copsley, which is the person who discovered this, and he also written a book about it, basically his claim is that it becomes a lot easier to navigate once you basically simplify it, or when you get rid of the extra clutter. Now, the book goes over a lot of different rules that I personally don't use. I talked about this. If you guys are interested, I did go over a basic tutorial of what the ABC method is. Is this gonna load? I guess the studio does not want to work with me. I'll make sure I'm still. Am I here, guys? Okay, I think I'm still. Go check this out. You guys go definitely check this out here. I basically go over the basic introduction of what the ABC method is, and from there, it kind of gives you like a basic rundown of what I just talked about, or what I'm going to continue talking about. CJ, awesome. I just want to make sure I didn't like DC disconnect or anything. I'll go ahead and drop the link. Actually, it's actually done really well. 1,200 views. Like that's my most watched video right now. So I really do appreciate you guys definitely checking that out. I'll go ahead and drop a link in the description for you guys if I can. If I can figure out how to get this in. But pretty much, long story short, is that once you basically take away the impulse waves, and instead of identifying each of the moves from 5s to 3s, things become a lot easier to navigate, and it gets a lot easier from there to determine what next possible moves are. The problem with, like I was saying before, with methods like this, also when you look at just different methods in general that are basically a little bit more complicated than they need to be, is that it takes away more than it gives to you. It's harder for you to make decisions because there's so many rules, there's so many stipulations, there's so many different variations to what could be happening in Elliott wave theory. And so you get so cluttered with all these different rules that you miss opportunities, you miss trades, and your overall objective is more damaging than helpful, in my opinion. With the ABC method, all we're doing here is we're trying to figure out what the market can do. I never sit here and say the market, I'm looking for this exact number, I'm looking for targets here, price has to pull back to these regions. All I'm doing is identifying what price has already given me and identifying structures within those areas, and from there I can make decisions off of what I want to do based off what the market is giving me. I'm not looking at trying to pinpoint exactly where the market is going to go. Now, a question to that may be, well, if that's not the case, how can you make money? That's the beauty of it, is once you change your perspective and your mindset from, okay, what's the next move? What is the market going to do? If you go from that to, okay, does the market give me a setup? From there, how do I play this setup? And then basically just repeat that process. You'll be surprised of how easier, how more mainstream, how more streamlined things are. And from there, it can become pretty easy to make money using this method. That's why I love it so much, is because it takes something that's complicated, it's created its own version, or someone created a different version of it and dumbed it down, simpled it down. In this game, some people might think that's, it's not optimal. Some people might think it sucks. A lot of people think you have to make things complicated in this game, but you don't have to. That's not what this is about. It's about just identifying opportunities and taking them. And if the less tools that you have, the more tools that you have, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be actually easier to do that. It actually, most of the time, it does the opposite. So, guys, definitely check out that video. I need to find out a way to... I can't. All right, guys, unfortunately... Oh, I got it. Cool. So if you guys are interested in that, check out that video. That's the introduction to the ABC method. If you haven't watched it already. Josh V, hi, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. How's your Monday going? That wasn't a sneeze, that was a slight cough. Oh yeah, scopes. Yeah, this is here's an example of basically what basic Elliott wave theory looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC pullbacks and a continuation from there. But all you're doing is taking those 1 through 5s and just identifying ABCs within them. Thank you, scopes, for that. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about, I mean, to be honest, not much has really changed. ETH, the same thing. I'm at it's basically at a more macro structure. I'm looking for this setup to play out, and I'm looking for some sort of continuation here. Something like that. And then from there, we can see what price wants to do once to get up there. But ultimately, I'm looking for that 2042 region to be tested. From there, will it break or will it hold and push upwards? It really depends on what it wants to do. I can't sit here and say exactly what it's going to do. All I know is that that is an important level for me to look at once price gets up there. And from there, we'll have to see how it reacts. All right, let's see. Trying to think of what else I'm currently doing / I'm in. I'm still in XRP short. Actually, I didn't go over the rest of these. My apologies, folks. I'm currently long from 1214.70. I'm holding that position. Ultimately, I want to see 1420 be broken and held. If that can happen, I'm looking for that push up to 2042, and then from there, we'll see what happens. But it can easily go the other way. Ultimately, that's what I'm looking for on a much macro scale. This looks really good to me. Let's do XRP. XRP, I'm still short from 5102 off of the smaller EBC. And pretty much like from there, I'll show you guys the bigger structure I'm looking at. I'm looking for this to play out. Let me clear this. It's a terrible green. I'm looking for that level to be broken. From there, I'll go ahead and take a long on XRP. There's also the smaller structure. I did play this, but to me, it was a very small position. I played this ABC here. I actually like this song. So 43.97 off of this ABC. From there, I'm ultimately looking for this level, this high up here to be tested. Definitely broken. It just matters of what it does when it gets up there is more important to me. So it'd be nice if we get a retest up there. If not, that's great as well. We can continue downward. To me, I'm in such a good position to where I can pretty much play both sides that I really don't need to worry about what the next move is. I'm set up on both ends, so I'm chilling. And that's all I've been doing for the last couple weeks. I have a trip coming up here at the end of this week. Hopefully I'm better by then. That's going to piss me off if I go on this trip and I'm still sick. Or I'm not sick, but feeling crappy. If I'm still feeling like this, I'm going to be... oh, God, it's going to be terrible. So I'm in overloading on vitamins, trying to take medicine and stuff. And it's getting better, but it's just kind of just... everything's just coming out. And it's only October, LOL. Exactly. You know what's weird, Vlad? I do not get that sick. Besides, like, okay, I caught COVID twice. Besides that, the last time I got seriously sick was probably 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, where I had strep throat and that kicked my ass. Besides COVID, I get like random colds or maybe like allergy seasons between like the seasons now that it's like now starting to get cold. I'll get sick for like a week and I'm good, but it's not even serious. Like I had a little bit of a fever and a sore throat for literally one day. And then the rest has been just me getting congested, stuffy, constantly sneezing, just stuff coming out. Like I don't want to go into details obviously, but that's all it's been. I feel 100%. It's just I'm just congested as fuck right now. Sorry for the language, but I'm just really stuffy. And you guys can definitely tell in my voice. I can just feel it. Well, obviously I can feel it, but just like listening to the faint way of how I sound, I still sound pretty bad. So that's XRP. Sorry, I got on a little side tangent here. So with Litecoin, pretty much the only thing I see at the moment is this much larger setup. I'm ultimately looking for something like that. And this is going to be its own I always mess that up. A, B, C. And then A, B, C. So as long as LTC is above that 49.69 nice level, I'd definitely go ahead and remain bullish on there. From there, I'm going to be targeting upside until I see something different. From there, I have to see what happens, but as long as that level holds, I'm going to be confident in longs. Ultimately, I'm looking for a test up to this high at the very least. I'm not going to take profit, but I will take a head short just in case, you know, just like for BTC in the third case scenario that we mentioned before. This can easily turn into something where this ABC becomes basically some sort of larger retracement on a much larger time frame bear market. Something like that easily could happen. Not banking on it. I'm not banking on it as of right now, but to me, that looks like a solid option. We'll just have to see how it gets there if that is the case. The other alternative is that this was the bottom. See, I even messed that up. Nah, even still, because this would just be an ABC. I need a much larger time frame. To me, this would just be one giant ABC like this. Yeah, that looks better. That would look better in my opinion. So from there, you know, that's the ultimate larger structure. It's just kind of how we're going to get to certain areas is basically what's up for interpretation right now. If this is the bottom, I'm ultimately just looking for a simple pullback and a much larger continuation to the upside. And we'll have to see what happens from there. Me personally, I'm just taking this level by level on every coin that I trade, and I have to just, I'm aiming for a grand slam. I'm trying to basically nail this trade and milk it for as much as possible. And we'll have to see what happens from there. God. Solana, the only thing I see for Solana, I mentioned this on previous streams, is that me personally, I probably wouldn't take this until it breaks above that 29.94 region. That is a very nice setup to me. You do have the smaller one down here that someone, a couple people have reached out to me and asked. I said, that's a decent setup, but to me, this is the one I'm going to take if I am going to play Solana, which I probably will. We'll see. I'm sitting to the point where I'm kind of spreading myself a little bit too thin, where I have too many trades open at one time. I'll show you guys that towards the end. God, that was disgusting. All right, Matic, you do have something like this in play. So to me personally, I do want to see something like this happen. If I go to a little bit smaller time frame, I would probably try to play this into the C. I'd be shorting this off of this setup. All right, and that's ultimately going to play into the much larger setup here. So I would go ahead and take this. Just tread lightly when it comes to these coins. Give yourself a little bit more breathing room. And from there, we'll see what happens. There's really no bullish positions for me on Matic that I see. That's about it. God. You know what I need? I'm gonna go get a cough drop. Hold on a second. Maybe that might help. I was gonna flip the screen for 1 second. I'm still here, folks. I just gotta get out of my chair and find my backpack. All right. Okay, I'm back. I got the cough drops. I got the goods. Guys, it's nice knowing you. No, I'm kidding. I'm about to see sound. All right, so for Cardano, this is just one giant decline here. I really don't see any solid structures that stick out to me. The only thing I can possibly see is that this ABC here is a basically ending leg for this larger structure. That's what I'm going off of. So, if that's the case, I do want to see Cardano come back above. Actually, let me just erase all this. All right, and from there, I will go ahead and take a long. I'll actually, I'll probably pick up some Cardano on spot as well. A little bit. Just a little DCA. Nothing too serious, but to me, that's a good level for definitely to keep an eye out on. We're basically going to see what happens from there. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Bybit now. Show you guys what I'm currently doing. Oh, and not one in the United States. All right, guys, now what you're about to see, I try my best to be a good role model, a good example. This is the one occasion, or one of few occasions, where I say, do not do what I do. All right, ready for this? This is a lot of trades from my standards. I know some people have, I've seen stories of people having 30 trades open, which is absolutely ridiculous. The most I've ever had in one sitting was 17. I had 17 trades open at once. So what is this? 7, pretty much almost more than double this. And it was, I think out of the 17 trades, 14 of them were to the upside, or one direction. If you're going to do something like this, try your best to balance things out as much as possible and reduce your risk percentage for each trade you're going to do. So pretty much like BTC, ETH are like the main ones I have the majority of my risk on. XRPs I have maybe 0.5%. Sushi here I have like 0.25%. LTC I have I think a full percentage as well. I could be wrong on that, but basically like the smaller cap coins that I'm going to definitely, you know, trade, I would personally say focus on two things. One, keep your overall risk exposure low, 2 to 3% tops. If you're going to do that, try not to lean too heavily on one side. If you see opportunities on both ends, go ahead and play it. But just, you know, keep in mind how much you're risking in the total of this. Why 25x and 13x? It's because I have different stop losses. So anything you see 25, I'm using 1% on. This, see, I messed up. I had to change. I'm still risking 1%, but I forgot I had 10x leverage. I thought I had 25, so I had to readjust my entry and my amount. But I'm also risking less as well. 13x, I messed up with this as well because it's just a little bit more of a stop loss for me. Sushi, 25x. So pretty much, you know, leverage doesn't really matter. It's about how you're using your leverage, making sure you're sticking to the appropriate risk percentages, and also using an appropriate stop loss. So this is what's currently going on. The account is sitting at 8. It fluctuates from, I've seen it was as low as 780 recently, all the way up to almost 900, 860, 870. So we're sitting decent. We're sitting at like a 65-70% profit from when I started. I also started back in March. You know, I was trading this bear market for a while, but on my main account. But I didn't start this challenge account until probably, I would say down here. So maybe not March. Yeah, somewhere around here. I remember we were in this price action. I am terrible at absolutely remembering these things. Can you be a little bit more specific on how you determine leverage? Absolutely. So how I use leverage is all based on the risk to reward calculator. So if I go here and I go to risk, I'll if you guys need this, I'll go ahead and post it in the link in the chat. If you guys want access to this calculator. So how I use this is pretty much, the goal is a couple things. One, to double check to make sure my stop loss matches my risk parameters. Two, is to also check that my portfolio risk number also matches my parameters and what I'm looking for. And from there, it tells me how much leverage to use, and it tells me how much I'm risking, and I can pretty much adjust it from there. Now, the reason why I use different leverages is for one or two things. One, if I want to use a different stop loss, or like a little more extended stop loss. So if I change this to 2%, you see how this number changed from 25 to 13? So that's where I get the 13 from. In the Bybit example, I'll pull this up. So for LTC, I'm using 13x because I'm using a 2% stop loss. That was kind of calculated, as well as, actually no, it was calculated. And from there, I make sure I risk the appropriate amount based on what I see here, and make sure the number matches, everything matches here. And I could change this number, to 5. You want a 5% stop loss? You use 5x leverage. You want to use 1.5, no, not 51.5. You want to use 1.5% stop loss on chart? Use 17x leverage. So that's how I come up with. And for example, like let's say I want to use say 10%. Let's say 10% margin with 10% risk, using 1% stop. That gives me 10x leverage. So it doesn't matter really what leverage you use, as long as it matches. Make sure you're not over risking, and make sure your stop loss equates to what you usually want to do. And you can sit here and experiment. You can use any leverage you want, as long as all the numbers in this calculator add up to what you're actually doing on Bybit. So if you wanted to, you can use like 75x or 75% risk. And then you notice how I chased 75% risk on 10%. This number went up. So now I have to adjust this. All right, so in order for me to use 1% risk on 75x margin, risking 75%, I would have to use 1.33% of my account on $700. That would be $9.34. All I'd have to do on Bybit is change my leverage to 75x, enter the position, hit 75% risk, make sure this number, everything else equates. Once this number is good, and then the rest of the math is done for me. So, Vlad, I hope that answers your question. That's basically that's the reason why you might see different leverages scattered across different coins. This is based off different parameters I set for myself, and each coin is different. I'm all over the place. All clear, sir. All right, good. I'm glad it helped. Oh, we're doing pretty good here. 48 minutes. All right. Did you talk about other markets too? Oh, thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna touch on the SPY quick. To be honest, everything's pretty much the same. Nothing new. The only thing I do see, maybe on a little bit of a smaller time frame perhaps, is that you do have this ABC here. Maybe this is just one A to a B to a C. Who knows? I'm not too concerned. For me, as long as this level is sustained, definitely going to be a little bit more bullish. But Vlad, pretty much everything's the same. Dow Jones is doing good. ES is doing good. US 100 is doing good. I'm not gonna sit here and explain everything because I want to, I want to save that for the one-on-one, or the Ask Me Anything sessions. So nothing significant new, but you know, I want to save a little bit, Vlad. I want to save a little bit. I don't know why I did that right in front of the camera. I should have turned this way and did it. Idiot. All right, folks. I'm gonna call it in 10 minutes. All right, I'm not gonna leave just yet. Just letting you guys know. 10-minute warning. If you guys, if you guys found any information useful, go ahead and like the video. I would absolutely appreciate it. If you guys aren't subscribed, I would appreciate the sub as well. It means a lot to me. If you guys are watching, you made it this far watching the replay, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and making it this far. I don't feel like plugging my stuff. I'll plug my stuff in on Wednesday. But I'm just letting you guys know. Oh, no, never mind. Nope. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Things changed, so we're good. Schedule's still the same. I will be here on Wednesday. I am leaving to go on a trip over the weekend, but I'm not leaving until Friday morning, so everything's going to remain the same. The thing is, I don't know if I'll be back. I'll definitely still be traveling on Monday. I'm not gonna get back to I'm flying over. I'm not flying. I'm traveling overnight. I wish I would be flying. It makes it so much easier. I'm gonna be traveling overnight, and from there, I should be back first thing in the morning, but that's not gonna be until Tuesday. So maybe I'll do a stream Tuesday, but I already know I'm gonna get no sleep Monday night. So we'll see what happens. I gotta start packing. I ain't even start packing yet, and I leave Thursday. Sorry, I keep saying Thursday, Friday. Man, this weekend's gonna be crazy. For me, at least. I got a lot going on. Good and bad. Mostly good. Hello. If you guys are just tuning in, long story short, I did talk about this Adam and Eve. I have to refresh my charts too. Basically, I'm waiting for this to hold. If this holds, we're probably not gonna get anything close to a decision until maybe the end of the first week, beginning of the second week of November. But we'll see what happens. This might do my best to try to hold that curve as much as I can. But if this breaks, let it break. I'm short. I'm short from up here. I ain't too worried about it. So basically, I have my two positions. I'm letting price fight. Once price fights, price will make a decision where it wants to go, and I win either way. And I apologize as well, guys. I'm really stuffy. I'm just getting over a cold. and I've just been. I don't want to get into details, but I'm clearing. Everything's clearing out. Let's just say that. I wish more stuff would happen on stream. All right, folks. To be honest, I'm probably gonna end up just calling it here. Because I'm tired. I still got some stuff to do. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I got some stuff I gotta get done. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here, folks. Thank you guys so much. So much for getting me to this point. Like, it's seriously, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this. Like, it really means the world to me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, saying hello, asking great question. Some of you guys, a great question. Some of you guys who are subbed as well. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to those who are joining the Discord group. If you guys are interested in that, I'm just gonna quick little plug. Links in the description. You get access to tutorial videos, updates from me real time, but it's not necessary. Just coming in, saying hello, stopping by, watching the video. That's all I really look for. Even then, I appreciate it. I don't look forward to. I don't look for it. I just appreciate when you guys do it. God, that was confusing for me. Vlad, have a good day, Johnny. Thank you so much, Vlad, for stopping by. Thank you to everyone as well. Josh Fee, if you're still in here, I appreciate you. Lomax, CJ, thank you. Scopes, thank you. Alan, if you're still here, I don't know. I'm not sure you're still here. Thank you. Monk, if you're still in here, love you, buddy. Thank you again. Conrad, if you're here, you're the first one here. I appreciate you stopping by the stream. I really do appreciate you guys. I will see you guys in 2 days, 48 hours. Maybe we'll get an answer, more of a clear direction of what Price wants to do, but we'll see. To be honest, nothing really surprises me anymore. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and saying hello. It really does mean the world to me. Till the next time, you guys have the plan. You guys know what the plan is. All right? Stick to the plan. Trade the plan. Oh, great for shot win rate ABC. So I'm going to tell you this. You're not going to be happy. You're probably going to ask questions of how I'm still making money. My hit rate's probably 15%. But the reason why I make money on 15% is because my R&R average is like about a 10. Most of the time how do I say this? I make more, or my R&R is usually higher, but if I had to give you an average R&R, it's about 10. So anything above 10% win rate on a 10 R&R, you're still profitable. So for me, I'm at about I would say a 15%. So if that wasn't the answer you're looking for, I apologize. It's not all just about win rate. It's about risk to reward, win rate, profitability. There's different aspects to it. So, of course, thank you so much for asking. You called me just at the very end because I was just about to end the stream. So thank you so much, Farshad. Farshad. I want to say Farshad, but it's not an E, it's an A. Farshad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna butcher that. I hope it wasn't that bad. But thank you so much for asking. Great question. thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you. So until the next time, you guys know the plan. Stick to the plan. All right. I do appreciate every single one of you. Make sure I didn't miss anything on chat. Alan, thanks, good night. Let's hope something happens. Thanks. I am Iranian, thanks. Okay. So I think I got it. I apologize if I didn't. I'm also very tired. I'm still stuffy, so my brain isn't working 100%. But thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Be good. Be safe. I'm gonna keep doing this. But now I'm saying goodbye. All right. I'm saying goodbye now. Until next time.